Hi.
Okay. Now, did you remember our concept of input? Input in HTML?
Your voice is too low.
Okay. Okay. Is it okay now? Is it okay now? Pooja Sai, is the same for you? My voice is low?
No, it's fine for me.
Okay. Okay. Yashaswini, just increase the volume on your PC.
Yes, I have increased.
It's okay now?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay. Did you remember the concept of taking the input in the HTML? Everyone. Yes or no? No. Okay. One second. Let me show you.
Yeah,
Right? Taking the input. We have the input element with the type we can tell. So I hope you remember these all. Taking the input. That if you don't remember, just go ahead and practice topic under which class, under class. I think it's 13B or 14th class, which we have studied the taking input from the user and in the UI, and also we have seen what is for, what is label. So that is important. Uh, I'll just share the videos. So it's better to go through that because tomorrow, day out of, in the next class, we are going to track, it's going to play with that inputs and then combine that with the JavaScript. Okay. Now, keeping that apart, yesterday we have seen conditional statements. In conditional statements, we have seen how to print the or how to find the greatest number among three. Like that, if you see another examples, like that, if you see another examples, let me share my screen. My screen is visible, right? Now, yesterday we have seen conditional statements, right? In the conditional statements, what we have seen, uh, that A equals to B, A equals to 10, B equals to 5, then let C equals to 25. Then we have written the condition. If A greater than or A greater than B and A greater than C, then print console console dot log A is greater. Then next in the next condition, else if again if condition checking, if B is greater than A and B greater than C, then what? So dot log B is greater. Have you written this one? Same like this. Else if not C, if not A or if not B, then obviously it's C. We don't need to check the condition, right? So that's why I didn't else condition. I'll check if this is true, then print A is greater. If this condition is true, then print B is greater. If not this A or not this B, then the final thing is else. No need to check the condition. The only leftover thing is C. So console dot log C is greater. Like this, you have to write the code. So if you see, so C is greater. Now let me change it. Let me change this to 2. Then obviously 10 will be greater. Means A is greater. So like this. So this is the way of writing conditional statements by using the relational operators like comparison, A greater than, less than, like that, and which is a logical operator. Means it tells that check this condition as well as check this condition. If both the conditions are true, if both the conditions are true, then only go to this statement. So this is the meaning of and or like a logical operators. It is helpful to combine the two conditions by using or by using and. Is this clear till here? Now question, like I want to suppose this is okay. I'll paste this in the chat.
Instead of else, can we use or?
Where here?
Yeah.
No. This is the syntax of if else. If, then else if, then at the last it should end with else.
Okay.
This is like a block. I mean else block. Else block you can't change. So like this. If condition, then else. If condition, then else condition. This or and can be used inside this if condition.
Okay.
Okay, inside this if condition. Generally, why we are printing this else here? Meaning, if this condition is true, then this should be executed. If this condition is true, means else If not only this, then it will go to here. If the condition is true here only, the computer will not check this all, because they are else. Means if this is not true, then only check this one. If this is also not true, then no need to check. Else, don't write again if C greater than A, C greater than B. Because obviously if B is greater, if B is not greater and A is not greater, it is C, right? So in that, the last case, the worst case, we can say that should be else. When nothing, then this is the thing, like that.
Okay.
Okay. Now, how to know whether the number is positive or negative? Just a simple question. We'll do a program on that. How to know a number is positive or negative?
Like which number?
Any number, any given number is positive or negative. How we can find it? What are positive numbers? Which are greater than 0, right? What are negative numbers? Which are less than 0. So again, we'll take this example and write a conditional programming. Let my number, let my number, let my number equal to now, I can tell that if my number greater than 0, if my number greater than 0, then what it is? So dot log positive number. So like that. Should I write if or else if now?
Let my
Else if means if
number is greater than
if number is greater than 0, then positive number.
else if.
Then else, again else if my number less than 0, then it's a negative. Else there may be a condition that numbers given is a not greater than 0, not less than 0, but it is a 0. So in that worst case, like in that else, last else, it is console.log number is 0. This is another example. If I run it, if I is a positive number, now let me write -5. It's a negative number. Then you can see right here, it's a negative number. Then you write 0. This number is 0. Again you change it. Again you change it. Positive number again.
Okay.
So like this. So if whenever you change this number, we have a conditional statements to check the nature of that number. We have written this part of code to check the whether the number is greater than 0, less than 0, or 0.
5 నిమిషాలా? ఈ రారని జాగ్రత్తది కదా బయట కూర్చోమా?
Vaishnavi, Yashaswini, mute yourself. this is the code snippet used to check whether the number given is greater than 0, less than 0, or 0. Now, is this clear or any questions?
Yes, it's clear.
Yeah. Now, let me give you the another program to check. Uh, check if a given year is leap year. It's very simple. Can you write a code for this? Simple. Let year is equals to some 2013. Now, what are the conditions to check whether the given year is a leap year or no? Generally, what are the conditions to check whether the given year is a leap year or no?
360.
Sorry? Huh.
360.
Yeah, 366 days, but that can be calculated if we know the again we have to see 2013 will it have the 365 days or not, but that is not possible now. We have only number now 2013. 366 is a condition when we know the number of days, but they only given 2013. So what are the other conditions where we can check a year when divisible by when divided by 4 should be 0, right? It should be divisible
Yeah.
by 4. Then
Yeah.
also, if it is divisible by 4, that again not true always. It should always, it should also divisible by 100 for every, hello?
Yes, you're audible.
Sorry, yeah. It should, if it is divisible by 0, sorry, if it is divisible by 4, then the remainder should be 0. And if it is divided by 100, then that should not be equal to 0, because for every 400 years whatever the year comes, if that is divisible by 4 also, that is not a what we call, that is not a leap year. So like that, again, one second, I'll write the conditions so that will be easy for you. Given year should be, if divided by 0, divided by 0, sorry, divided by 4, then the remainder should be 0. Then again, this year divided by 100, divided by 100, then it should not be equal to 0. Then again, if year divided by 400, then it should be equal to 0. So these are the three conditions to check whether a given year is a leap year or no. Means if you type in Google, you'll get these conditions. A day, what is a leap year? It should not be divided by 4. I mean, it should be divided by 4. Then if it is divided by 100, then it should not be equal to 0. Then again, it should be divisible by 400. So these are the three conditions. Now I want you to write these three conditions in one if statement.
No, what is exclamatory
Sorry,
beside the what is exclamatory mark beside equals to
beside equal to this one, this
9.
9, this one, exclamatory mark. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, this is called not equal to symbol.
Okay.
This is called not equals to symbol, which is like a you are comparing. Suppose you write a not equals to b. That means you are checking that a value should not be equals to b, or a value should not be equals to 5. Or if you write a equals to 5, a equals to 5, then that means you are writing, you are checking that uh, a value is equal to 5. So com this is comparison. This is like not you're checking if this is equal to or not equal to.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the task now. Write these conditions in one statement and put it in the chat. So
Like
is
3
this
equals to
your voice is breaking?
like double equals 2
Yes,
is
yes,
like
yes, yes. I'll let you know. So
exclamatory mark equals to 1.
yeah, okay. There is a concept called type coercion or type converting, we'll say generally. Once that concept is clear to you, this will be clear. What is like double equal to and triple equal to. For now, just you have to understand that double equals to is checking for the equality operator, and strict equal to or triple equal to is called strict equal to equality operator, because
Both,
sorry,
both are equals to only.
yeah, both are comparing only, both are checking for the equality, but this is like suppose let a equals to 5, okay, then let b equals to 5 again, let c equals to character 5. Means it's like a string only, right? Now,
Yeah.
now, now, if let us write if a equals to b, then console.log console.log equal, then run it. Equal, right? Now again a equal to b, then check it. They are equal, right? Now let's just let me change again. A equal to c. A equal to c. What it is? Equal, because it checks that value. The value is like 5. Here it is also 5. Now let me write. I'm comparing now. A equals to 5, which is a number, with a c equals to 5, which is a character, or we can say just a word. Now a equals to 5. I mean triple equals to, they're not equal. It didn't print anything now. It didn't print anything. I'll write here to show the result. Else console dot log equal. They are equal or not equal? Not equal. If you write double equal to, then they are equal. That means double equal to will check only for the value here. It is 5, it reads it is 5. Okay, so both are equal. But when you write triple equal to or strict equal to equality operator, it checks value. Okay, 5 5. It also checks the type, and type is not same. This is like a character, and this is like a number or integer. These both are not of same type. Then this will result in not equal to. Did you understand? Like a simple thing itself.
Yeah.
Okay. Strict operator means it will check the value whether 5 5. Then again it will check whether this is a what you call character or string, or whether a number, or this is a number or something else. So it checks the type as well as value. That is a strict operator. When you are comparing the numbers, mostly we'll use strict operator, because we know that sometimes numbers may be inside these characters, like a characters, or sometimes it's a just a number. So it's always better to use strict operator, strict equality operator. It will check the value and the type.
Why is
Type
it showing
hmm,
equal?
because
Because of
because I have given triple equal to. It is triple equal to. Oh, 1 second. Let me make it more clear. Console dot log, not here. Console dot log. Did you remember what is the like type of operator? Type of type of means it will tell us the type of a. This we have seen in the first class. Then again type of B. Then again type of C. Hmm, 1 second. I have written it wrong. Type of A. This is type of, it's a case sensitive task. Like that also not an issue. Type of C. But it's like this type of. So B. What are the types of A and B? They are numbers. Both are numbers. What is the type of C? That is
that is
string. Okay. So if you write only double equal to, then it checks that value is 5. Here also it value is 5. Value, both the values A and C, both the values are 5. So it prints equal. Okay. But when you write triple equal to, it will check the type. Types are not same. Even the values are same. The types are not same. Okay. It is a number It is string. A is number and C is string. So they are not equal. Now, let's say both are numbers. Let me compare it with B. Now for B, the both are numbers and the both are having the same value. Two conditions are true. So then it is equal.
Something which is written inverted commas are called string.
String, yes. Inverted quotes, you can say single quote or double quotes. Those are treated as strings.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if I write something here, again, let's see equals to, let me change the value to 15. Now, are they same? Their
No.
types are same. They both will be numbers only, but their values are different. Then again, this triple equal to fails, or the strict equality operator fails, because even the types are same, the values are not same. Let me reload this. Okay, they are not equal because types are same, both are numbers, but the value is not same. This is the use of strict operator. Clear?
Yeah.
Now, so your task is to write a program or a if condition to check whether a given year is leap year or not. Now that is your task. And next, let me start with the other concept. Conditional statements. I'll write conditional statements. Now, console.log number one, or let's say console.log one. So it prints number one. Now, like this, I want to print 5 numbers. I want to print 5 numbers. What I have to do? I have to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6. Means if I want to print any number multiple times, means if I want to do certain operation like printing or calculating or whatever, take the input, printing the output. So whatever the things that requires to do multiple times, those kind of scenarios, our effort, our space, everything is getting wasted because we are writing again and again. If this is 6 numbers, it is okay. If I want to print like this 60 numbers, what I have to do? I have to copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, like this. Means these many lines of code I have to write to print 1 to 60 numbers. So in that scenarios, what we have is loop. Okay, what we have is loops in programming languages. In programming languages, we have loops concept. Now we have if condition, right, to check for the condition and print the statement. Now we have loops to print any statement multiple times, to do certain operation multiple times. Not only printing, any kind of operation, repeat it. It's a loop. So that kind of scenario we have in any of the programming languages. Now we shall see the example of such loops in JavaScript. One of the loop concept in JavaScript is for loop. We have for loop. Like we have if, right, to check the conditions. We have for. For is like a concept of a loop which we use to do certain operations multiple times or repetitively or iteratively like that. So the terms are similar, but you are using for loop or any kind of loop to do the same operations or certain operations repetitively. Now let's see. Our requirement is to print 1 to 100 numbers, 1 to 100 numbers, but I don't want to write 100 console logs. I want to write only one console log, but I want to print 100 numbers. That is possible. For you have to write for the syntax for, then you have to do initialize, then you have to write, condition, then you have to write, this is syntax. I'm not writing the program. For everything you have the rules and conditions, right? If you see the if condition, if is like this, if you have to write condition, then if it is successful, okay. If not, you have to go to again else if or normal else, like this. So this is the syntax for writing if condition. Now similarly we have syntax or grammar or rule to write for loop. Condition, then increment or decrement. We will see now here. Let me comment this one. Let me comment this one as well. So now I want to start. What is initializing meaning is I want to start from I equals to 0. From 0 onwards I want to start. And how many numbers I want to print? What is our requirement? We have to print up to I less than 100 or I less than or equals to 100, means 0 to 100. Like that I have to print. Now let me write this in the for loop. For we have to initialize, means we have to start the looping. Where we have to start from, let is you let you know you have to declare a variable. So let I am declaring, then initializing, let I equals to 0. Then after that, and this is semicolon, not comma, this is semicolon. Then after this initializing of I, variable, a looping variable we say, then in that I condition. What is the second thing in the for loop? Second in part of the syntax, we have to write the condition I is less than or equal to 100. I is less than or equals to, I is less than or equals to 100. Then what is the last thing is increment or decrement. Increment or decrement. Now that increment or decrement is possible by writing I plus plus. I plus plus is nothing but, what is I plus plus is, I plus plus is nothing but I equals to I plus 1, means I'll tell you. Initially, where we are starting the value of I at the starting, we are starting with 0. Initially, we are starting with I value as 0. This is I value. Now, it checks the condition. For loop will check the condition. I is less than or equals to 100. Is the condition true? Value of I is 0. Value of I is 0. Then the 0 is less than or equals to 100. The condition is true. Then what it do is, it will not come here. What it will do is, it will do the operation. Now suppose I am printing the value here, console.log. So that operation is executed. Then that operation is executed. Then it again goes to here. What is this one? I plus plus means I value from 0 to 1 it becomes. How is that possible? We are writing I plus plus. That means you are increasing the value of I to I plus 1. Means before I was 0. Now I is 0 plus 1. That means I value will be 1. So meaning of I plus plus is I equals to I plus 1. So again it is 1. Again it will check. Again it will check I less than or equals to 100. If it is 1 less than or equals to 100, then again it will print. Then again it goes to increment or decrement here. Then again it increments from 1 to 2. Like that, it does till 100. It will increase the value of I till 100. Then again it checks. Again it checks. Okay. 100 less than or equal to 100. So again it will execute. Then now what is the value? 101. The value of I will be 101 at the last. Then at that time the condition is false. I is less than or equal to 100. No, I is greater than 100. Then only this loop will end. This loop will end. Okay. Let me show you again practically. Then it will be more clear to you. Instead of this one, let me write 5. Let me write 5. So it will be easy. Let me print console dot log dot log I. I'm printing the value I. I will be how much? Like that I'm printing. Hmm. What happened? Okay, okay, okay. It's all. Did you see that? From 0 to 5 it is printed. Because I is starting from 0 and condition is I should be less than or equals to 5. Then each time I should increase. I am writing only once console.log is I. But what happening in the backend? Initially I was 0. Then it executed. Okay. After executing, it went to this increment or decrement I plus plus. So again it became I value 1. Then again it printed. Then again it came 2, 3. Then finally I value was 6. We can't see that, but I value becomes 6. At that condition, this will fail. This condition will fail. If this condition is fail, then only the computer will terminate this loop. Is it clear? Yeah.
How will that it is 6?
Because till here it was clear, right? I value was 0. Then again I value become 1 because it is increasing the value. Okay.
Yeah.
Now it is increasing the value, correct. I value 1. Then again I value 2, I value 3, I value 5. At the time of I value 5, at the time of I value 5, what is the condition? 5 here. What is the condition? 5 less than or equals to 5. So it is true. So again it will print the value of I, that is 5. But after this printing, again it goes to this increment or decrement. Okay.
Yeah.
Then what was the value for now? At present, what is the value of I? At last, it was 5, right?
Yeah.
Now from 5, this increment or decrement in the computer memory, it will change the value of 5 to 6. The value of 5 from 5 to 6. But after becoming 6, it will check the condition. 6 less than or equals to 5. That is what it is checking. But is this true?
Yeah.
6 now it became 6. So 6 is less than or equals to 5. Is this condition true or false?
True.
6 less than or equals to 5. 6 greater than or equals to 5, right?
Yeah.
So understand, here the value is 6. So
Okay.
we are comparing now. We are checking the condition. Is the value of 6 is less than or equals to value of 5? Is this condition true or false?
Fa-
False. When the condition is false, the for loop will end. It will not print again. It will not execute the statements inside this curly braces. That means it became 6, but we can't see it because it terminated here only. Whenever the condition fails, it gets terminated. I will show you is it becoming 6 or not.
Okay.
Now,
What are these numbers this side, 0 to 5?
this printed, right? This I value I'm printing
Okay.
each time, each iteration. This
If
is,
you write there like 10,
yeah. Now let me write print from I1 to 10. Sorry, 0 to 10. Each time the value is getting incremented to some 0 to 1, 1 to 2. Then it is checking the condition. If certain value after incrementing the I value, if the I value is still less than 10, if it is less than 10, the condition is true, then this logic will be executed or this statement will be executed. What I am printing here, I value. You can see it, right? I'm printing I value. That means I is 0, I is 1, I is 2, like that. Clear? Not clear?
yeah, it's clear.
Okay. Now let me show you. Instead of initializing here only, let let I'll write let I here. I'll declare here and here I'll initialize. Here I am declaring it. Now after for loop, inside for loop, not inside for loop, after for loop, console.log I value. I want to see after the execution of this one, what is the I value I want to see. Okay. Console.log value of I after ending the for loop. Is it clear? Now, before also I have shown you the example. If it is 5, we can see till we were able to see till 5 only. But I told you in the back end, again this will come I plus plus. So the value of 5 will be again 6 in the back side in the memory. But this condition is false now. If this condition is false, here it will not print. Okay. It will end the for loop. So it got ended, but I have again asked the computer after ending the for loop, you print the value of I. That means when the for loop got terminated, the value of I was 6. That's the reason it got failed because we are checking still 5 only. Is this
Okay.
clear? In the memory in the backend, it will increment. It will increment the value of I. Then it will check the condition. If it is true, it will execute the whatever the statements we write inside this block. It will execute. But when the condition fails, it will terminate. When the condition is failing, when this I is becoming 6, that's the reason we can't see because that is a fail reason for the loop. It's a fail condition for the loop. Then that fail condition, if you want to see the result, you have to print outside the for loop. Clear?
Yep.
Okay. Hmm. Now, let me print only the even numbers. Is that possible? Even numbers.
Even numbers? Yes.
Yes. Instead of printing everything, I want to print only even numbers. Okay. Now, instead of I plus, I can write I equals to I plus 2, right? I equals to I plus 2 means value of I will be from 0, then 0 plus 1, it is 2. 2 plus again 2, it will 4. Clear?
Yeah.
I am printing the even numbers below 5. Again here, even numbers below 5. So this is possible because I am not incrementing one by one now. I am incrementing every time 2. Okay.
I
So,
means 0. So 0 plus 2, 0 plus 2 is always even number like that.
even number. Now, if I write 1 here, odd numbers. This is generalized example. The even printing the even numbers, odd numbers, composite numbers, even prime numbers. We have multiple things, multiple conditions to check. Okay.
Based on the condition only, the next even number and odd number will be the final number like 7, 6
Yes.
or
Yes. Because I have written the condition till what is here. This is the condition. This is increment or decrement. In between, this is the condition. This condition I have told print the numbers below 5 on in the for loop. If it is the above 5, then terminate the for loop. So here I have printing. Here I am printing. Okay. If I comment this one, 7 will not be printed because the condition was only to run till 5. Okay.
yeah.
Now, like this. This is about the for loop. Now, you have multiple ways to write for loop, but this is the easiest way, or this is like a most used way. We have for each, for again for of like each. There are different ways to use these loops, iterations. Okay.
Okay.
I hope you don't have any like questions on the conditional statements like if and else. Then these are called controlling statements. It controls the loops or iterations. So these were like generally called as controlling statements or looping or loops. Okay.
Okay.
Now I will give you certain task questions on this now, both combined for loop and this one. Now let me write here I plus plus. I'll write I plus plus means each time I'm incrementing only I to one value. I plus plus is easy to write. I plus plus if you write or I equals to I plus one, I equals to I plus one you write, it's same. This is arithmetic operator. This is increment operator or unary operator we say plus plus. This is also doing the same functioning like incrementing the value to 1. It's easiest way to write. Now inside this one, let's write if I percentile I percentile 2 equal to 0, I'll explain you what is percentile symbol. console.log equals to console.log even number.
Should we remember these things? Or will it be
Sorry?
should we remember all these conditional rules and all?
Yes, yes. When you keep on practicing, it will be very easy. So console.log value of I here. Now, similarly, I'll write else. What is else? If it is not even number, obviously it is odd number. Odd number. This percentile, you are seeing, right? This percentile is called modulus operator. Modulus operator. If you do division, suppose this is 15, then you have 3. So 3, 5, 15, then you get a remainder. Okay. If for a division operation, for addition, you have one result. For subtraction, you have one result. For multiplication, you have one result. For division, you have quotient and remainder. Okay. If you want the answer, remainder value, then use modulus operator. If you want quotient, then use division operator. Clear? What is this? This is also one of the arithmetic operation only. This percentile symbol is one of the arithmetic operator only, like addition and subtraction, and multiplication is star, division is more bar, so or forward slash. This percentile symbol is called modulus operator, which gives the remainder of the division operation. Now if I am dividing, now let me, if I am dividing 7 with 2, then the answer will be, if I am dividing 7 with 2, then the answer will be 7, 3, 6, then the remainder will be 1. Now, if I divide 8 with 2, then the answer will be 4, then the answer will be 8, then answer will be 0. So, this is quotient now, this is remainder. Same, this is quotient, this is remainder. Okay. Now, what is even number? Even number is a number divisible by 2. Means if we divide any number with 2, the answer should be 0, right?
Yeah.
So I am writing that condition only here. If I divide value of I, whatever the value, 1, 2, 3, whatever the value we get in each iteration, if I divide it with 2, then I want the remainder should be equal to 0. Then I can say it is an even number. Is this clear what I am writing the condition?
Yeah.
I am checking the given number for I, value of I at certain time is 0 or 1. Now I am incrementing only 1 by 1. Let me run it now.
Again, we should console.log I under the even number and odd number also.
Yeah, means just to see what I am doing, because if I don't write this one, if I comment this one, if I run it, odd number, even number, odd number, even, that is only I can see. But for which number it is checking, I can't see, right?
Yeah.
So that's it. For our convenience, we are writing. That is not a rule.
Okay.
This console.logs are to check logs. Okay. If you are developing some application, if it fails, you need to see the result, right? Means you need to see the error where it is getting failed. You have to see the logs. So that logs you are printing by use of this statements, console.log. Okay. Now odd number is 1, even number is 2, again odd number 3, like that. Now if I write 29 and still 29, it will keep on checking. So loops made our work easier because we no need to check for each and every number. From even if you write 1000, it will keep on checking till 1000. It ended here because this is the limitation of this online compiler, but not generally. Okay.
Okay.
I hope this is clear to you. The loops. Now you can see, right? This inside this loop, I have used if condition. So this is what you will learn, like using one concept in another concept.
Yeah.
I'll send you all this. I mean, this file, this text file in the WhatsApp once the class is done.
Yeah.
So I hope this is clear to you. The loops. Tomorrow we see the advanced loops, but before that, I want you to definitely come by reading the HTML input element of the HTML. How you will use input element? What is form element? Okay. What is input element? What is for? What is label element? What is for attribute? So what is division? Div. Okay. What is ID? We have given IDs to the elements. These all. If you forget, you have the recording. Please go through that, but you have to come for sure with that because from tomorrow, no HTML. Everything will be Visual Force page and Lightning Web components of the Salesforce. So those terms, those concepts of HTML, from now we will be using in the Visual Force page and the Lightning Web components. Without understanding the HTML or without understanding the concepts which we have learned in those two classes, if I again start with a Visual Force page and Lightning Web components, that will be very hectic to you to understand. So please go through them and write the elements in a paper or somewhere. Make it habituate the elements to use, how to use. Keep on practicing. Today's main task is that one because tomorrow again, if I start teaching you the Visual Force page or Lightning Web components and I talk about some elements, if you keep a blank face, then definitely it will be very hard to you to understand the remaining elements of the Salesforce. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now let me take a 5-10 minutes of break. Then we'll be back with Salesforce concepts.
Okay.